All right, what's up, everybody? My predictions videos are back. Thank you for everyone who continue to stick with me. And for anyone that's new, I do prediction videos every week for all the regular season NFL games. Um, so I'm gonna try to have all these videos done uh, on the Wednesday before the Thursday night games, but we'll see. So, with that being said, let's dive in. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna do something different than I did last year. Uh, I'm gonna this year I'm gonna pick one game every week that I'm gonna call Game of the Week. That I think is gonna be a really close game and one that's I think is gonna be just a dogfight. So, with that being said, let's dive in. Starting with the Thursday night's matchup at Green Bay at Chicago, I think that's going to be a really close game. I think both Trubisky and Rodgers are both going to have a couple interceptions, or at least one, I think, on both sides. Green Bay's defense got a lot better than it was last year. Chicago, I think their offense improved a lot too. So I'm going to edge this one to the Bears. I think the Bears win 20-17 by a field goal. Then next we got the Titans and the Browns. Titans have one big problem, I think, is they got two quarterbacks. They're pretty good when they're healthy, but the problem is when they're healthy. I think the Browns are going to win their division this year. I think they look good. I think they're going to start off the season right. I think they're going to get a win at home, 28-13. Next, we got the Ravens and Dolphins. Dolphins, personally, I think the Dolphins are going to be fighting for the number one overall pick. I think Ravens did lose quite a bit on defense, but they did gain quite a bit too. So I mean, I'm not really too worried about them. I have a lot more questions about their offense, but they did add a couple pieces with. I think picking up Ingram was pretty big for them, but I think they're going to beat the Dolphins 21-9. I think the Dolphins get all field goals, but next we got the Vikings and the Falcons. This one, I think, is one of them games that could go either way. I think both teams are really good. Both teams have good defenses. The Falcons struggled last year because they had so many defensive injuries. But I'm going to say the Vikings win this one 23-21, only because it's a home game. If it was in Atlanta, I would say Falcons win, but I'm going with the Vikings on this one. Jets and Bills. I think the Jets are going to surprise a lot of people this year. I think that I was never really big on Sam Darnold when he was coming out of college, but I think he's improved quite a bit. I think he's maturing into a good quarterback. I'm expecting a big win here for the Jets. I think they win at home 24-10. Eagles and Redskins. It's a division game, but I think the Eagles I have them winning that division as well. I think that they're a really good team, and they're going to be hard to beat this year. I'm going to say the Eagles win that one 21-14. Rams and Panthers. For me, I think the Rams win this one, but I think it's going to be an ugly game. I think there's going to be lots of turnovers on both sides. I'm going to give this one to the Rams, though. I think they beat the Panthers 24-17. Chiefs and Jaguars. This is another one that could potentially go either way. I think the Jaguars did a amazing thing this year by finally realizing that Blake Bortles is not the answer. He never was the answer. I've never really been a big fan of his, but I do like Nick Foles. But the Chiefs, man, I think I have them as a potential Super Bowl winner. So that offense is just crazy, man, and especially with Tyreek Hill going to be able to play, I think the Chiefs win this one 35-21. Next, we got the Chargers and Colts. Before Andrew Luck's surprise retirement announcement, I had this game actually being really close. I had this game maybe being decided by a point or a field goal, but I think the Chargers come away with a win, 20-10. I think that for probably most of the game, the score is probably going to be 20-3. And I think probably with a couple minutes left in the fourth quarter, I think the Colts might get a give-me touchdown. So I say 20-10. Seahawks and Bengals. The Seahawks, for me, are one of those teams this year that I think that they could potentially be a number 1 seed in the NFC, but I also could see them going 6-10 and completely missing the playoffs. I think I'm really interested to see how they're going to play this year. But I really like Jadeveon Clowney with the Seahawks. I think that's going to be I think that's scary for a lot of teams, especially their division rivals. But I'm going to say the Seahawks win this one 17-3. Let's see. We got Cowboys, Giants. This I think the Cowboys win it no matter what, but I think a lot of it depends on as far as what the score is going to be. I think it depends on if Zeke is going to play or if he's not going to play. I'm hearing a lot of chatter that he will start week 1, and if he does, I think that the Cowboys will probably win this one. I would like to say 28-19 is what I'm predicting. Lions and Cardinals. I'm really interested to see how Kyler Murray's going to do in his first year, in his first regular season game. I think that it's going to be another one of them ugly games, has a lot of turnovers. I'm going to say the Lions beat the Cardinals 17-14. I think that Kyler Murray's going to have a couple picks, but I think he's going to have a touchdown or two as well. Buccaneers and 49ers. Whew. That game for me is probably one of the ugliest games in week 1. I honestly, I really didn't know what to think about this game. I think the Buccaneers are going to beat the 49ers 13-10. I only said the Buccaneers because it's a home game, but we'll see. We'll see how Jimmy G responds from not playing for so long. We saw how he played in preseason, but preseason is preseason. So we got the Saints and Texans. Texans are a fantastic team. I like them. I think they'll make the playoffs. I think they'll probably win their division. But the Saints, I think after what happened last year in the NFC Championship, I think they're going to come back with a vengeance on the NFL. I say the Saints get a win in week 1, 30-17. We got the Raiders and Broncos. Again, that's another game that could go either way. It's a division rival. I'm going to say the Raiders win this one, 20-13. I'm excited to see Carr with Antonio Brown. I want to see how that's going to play out. I think that John Gruden's a really good coach. And I think that one's going to come down to coaching. Vic Fangio was an amazing defensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. We're going to see how he's going to be as a head coach. So, and last but not least, the game of the week for week 1, Patriots and Steelers. I think this is going to be a super close game all the way to the end. I think it's going to be a dogfight. I have the Patriots beating the Steelers. 24-21 in overtime. I think that they're going to get a field goal to win it. I think that I'm excited to see Juju back. I want to see if James Conner picks up where he left off. I'm excited to see how Pittsburgh responds without Antonio Brown, which I don't think he will make that big of a difference anyway, honestly. But so those are my picks for Week 1. Thank you for watching, everybody.